Good evening and welcome back, ladies, gents and Pikachus. We'll be returning to our reading of the Book of Enoch, the First Book of Enoch. We went through chapters 1 to 5 yesterday night, and what we found was a great sin has befallen the earth as a third of God's angels have rebelled and left or been kicked out of heaven. They have arrived upon the surface on earth and have immediately committed to a great sin. And we're going to hear about the details of that sin and what the plan is for repealing this sin and returning peace to the earth over the next chapters 6 to 11. So without further ado, let's carry on where we left off. Chapters 6 through 11. The fall of the angels, the demoralization of mankind, the intercession of the angels on behalf of mankind, and the doom pronounced by God upon the fallen angels of the Messianic kingdom. Chapter 6. And it came to pass, when the children of men had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. And the angels, the children of heaven, saw and lusted after them, and said to one another, Come, let us choose wives from amongst the children of men, and beget us children of our own. And Semyaza, who was their leader, said unto them, I fear ye will not indeed agree to do this deed, and I alone shall have to pay the penalty of this great sin. And they all answered him and said, Let us all swear an oath, and all bind ourselves by mutual imprecations not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. Then swore they all together and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And they were in all 200, who descended in the days of Jared on the summit of the Mount Hermon. And they called it Mount Hermon because they had sworn upon it, and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon the summit of it. And these are the names of their leaders. Samiazes, their leader, Arakiba, Ramiel, Kokabiel, Tamiel, Ramiel, Danal, Ezekiel, Barakiel, Aziel, Armoros, Batarel, Ananel, Zachiel, Samaspiel, Satarel, Churel, Jomjael, and Sariel. These are their chiefs of tens. Chapter 7. And all the others together with them took unto themselves wives, and each chose for himself one, and they began to go unto them and to defile them. And they taught them charms and enchantments, and the cutting of roots, and made them acquainted with plants. And they became pregnant, and they bore sons who became great giants, whose height was measured in 3,000 ells, who consumed all the acquisitions of men. And when the men could no longer sustain them, the giants turned against them and devoured mankind. And they began to sin against the birds and beasts, and the reptiles and fish, and to devour one another's flesh, and even drink their blood. Then the earth laid accusation against the evil lawless ones. Chapter 8. And Azazel taught men to make swords and knives, and shields and breastplates, and made known to them the metals of the earth and the art of working with them, and tattoos, bracelets and ornaments, and the use of antimony, and the beautifying of eyelids, and all kinds of costly stones, and all colouring tinctures. And there arose much godlessness, and they committed much fornication, and they were led astray and became corrupt in all their ways. Semjaza taught enchantments and root cuttings, Armoros the resolving of enchantments for the armour, Barakiel taught astrology, Kokabel taught the constellations, Ezekiel the knowledge of clouds, Arakiel the signs of the earth, and Shamsiel the signs of the sun, Sariel the course of the moon, and as their men perished they cried, and their cries rose to the heavens. Chapter 9. And then Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel looked down from the heavens and saw much blood being shed upon the earth, and all the lawlessness being wrought upon the earth by the unholy ones. And they said to one another, The earth made without inhabitant cries the voice of the crying up to the gates of heaven. And now to you, the holy ones of heaven, the souls of men make their suit, saying, Bring our cause before the Most High. And they said to the Lord of ages, the Lord of lords, King of kings, and the God of ages, the throne of thy glory standeth unto all the generations of ages, and thy name holy and glorious, and be blessed unto all the ages. Thou hast made all things, and power over all things hast thou, and all things are naked and open in thy sight, and thou seest all things, and nothing can hide itself from thee. Thou seest what Azazel hath done, Who hath taught all unrighteousness upon the earth, and revealed the eternal secrets which were preserved within the heavens, which men were striving to learn? And Semjaza, knowing this, to whom thou hast given authority to bear rule over his associates. And they have gone to the daughters of men upon the earth, and have slept with the women, and have defiled themselves, and revealed to them all kinds of sin. And the women have borne sons of born great giants, and the whole earth thereby has been filled with the blood and unrighteousness of them. And now, behold, the souls of those who have died and are crying are making their suit to the gates of heaven, and their lamentations have ascended, and cannot cease because of the lawless deeds which were wrought upon the earth. And thou knowest all things before they come to pass, and thou seest these things, and thou dost suffer them, and thou dost not say to us what we are to do in regard to these horrific acts. Chapter 10. Then said the Most High, the Holy and Great One spaketh, and sent Uriel to the son of Lamech, and said to him, Go to Noah, tell him in my name, hide thyself, reveal to him the end that is approaching, that the whole earth will be destroyed, and a deluge is about to come upon the whole earth, and will destroy all that is upon it. And now instruct him that he may escape, and his seed may be preserved, for all the generations of the world to come. And again the Lord said to Raphael, Bind Azazel hand and foot, cast him into the darkness, make an opening in the desert, which is Duduel, and cast him thereon, and place upon him rough and jagged rocks, cover him with darkness, let him abide there forever, and cover his face that he may not see the light. And on the day of the great judgment he shall be cast into the fire, and heal the earth which the angels have now corrupted, and proclaim the healing of the earth, that they may heal this plague, and that all the children of men may not perish, through all the secret things that the watchers have disclosed and taught to their sons. And the whole earth has been corrupted through the works that were taught by Azazel, to ascribe to him all the sin. And to Gabriel said to the Lord, Proceed against those bastards and the reprobates, and against the children of the fornication, and destroy the children of fornication and the children of the watchers from amongst men, and cause them to go forth. Send them one against the other, so that they may destroy each other in battle. For the length of days shall they not have, and no request that they make of their fathers shall be granted on their behalf. For they hope to live an eternal life, that each one of them will live 500 years. And the Lord said unto Michael, Go, bind Semjaza and his associates, who have united themselves in sin with the women, and so have defiled them and themselves with them in all their uncleanness. And when their sons shave slain one another, and they have seen the destruction of their beloved ones, bind them fast for 70 generations in the valleys of the earth, till the day of their judgment and their final consummation, till the judgment that is forever and ever is consummated. In those days they shall be led off to the abyss of the fire, and to torment, and the prison in which they shall be confined for ever. And whosoever shall be condemned and destroyed will from thenceforth be bound together with them until the end of all generations, and destroy all the spirits of the reprobate and the children of the watchers, because they have wronged mankind so. Destroy all wrong from the face of the earth, and let every evil work come to an end, and let the plant of the righteousness and truth appear, and it shall prove a blessing. The work of righteousness and truth shall be planted in truth and joy for evermore, and the righteous shall escape, and shall live till they beget thousands of children, and all the days of their youth and their old age shall be completed in peace and forgiveness. And then shall the whole earth be tilled with righteousness, and shall all be planted with trees, and be full of blessings. And all desirable trees shall be planted upon it, and they shall plant vines upon it, and the vine which they plant thereon shall yield wine in abundance. And as for the seed which is sown thereon, each measure of it shall bear 1,000, and each measure of olives shall yield 10 presses of oil. And cleanse thou the earth from all oppression, and from all the unrighteousness and the sin, and from all the godlessness and the uncleanness that is wrought upon the earth. Destroy from off the earth. And all the children of men shall become righteous, and all nations shall offer adoration, and shall praise me, and shall all worship me. And the earth shall be cleansed from all defilement, from all sin, and from all punishment and torment, and I will never again send them upon it from generation to generation and forever. Chapter 11. And in those days I will open the store chamber of blessings which are in the heaven, so as to send them down upon the earth over the work and labour of the children of men. And the truth and peace shall be associated together throughout all the days of the world, and throughout all the generations of men. So, we find out that even though the fallen angels have wrought all this sin and horrible stuff upon the children of man, defiled the women, taught them all kinds of things, prostitution, war, tricked them into fighting each other and actually killing each other, some wise souls did cry up to the heaven and ask God for help, and God sent his holy anointed one, who is the prophesied Messiah. And Enoch has prophesied that this holy Messiah will walk upon the earth with his own human feet, cleanse the world of all sin, punish the evil ones, and return forgiveness, joy and peace for all the generations to come in his holy name. And that's where we'll end our reading. So that's the end of it for tonight. I hope you really enjoyed that and you learned something. God bless you all, and I will see you, lovely people, in the next one. Bye now. So I think it's clear now why the Catholic Church decided to remove this book from our biblical canon. But anyway, we're going to continue reading it tomorrow night, so I'll be back then. Until then, have a great night, God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. Bye bye bye.